Straight answer first, and it comes from a cosmetic chemist, not from us. When you pay $30, $40, $50 for a designer nail polish instead of $8 for a drugstore bottle, you are mostly paying for the packaging, the brush, and the name. That's Perry Romanowski, a cosmetic chemist who co-hosts a beauty science podcast, telling HuffPost that nail polish technology is mature, it hasn't fundamentally changed in years, and between an expensive bottle and a cheap one, as far as colors and technology, there isn't much difference. A veteran nail professional put it even more bluntly. The luxury brands are like luxury clothes. You're paying for the label, and between a $50 polish and a $5 polish, there's very little difference in how long it lasts. So that's the headline, but stick around, because the full story has 3 places where money genuinely does buy performance, 1 place where the expensive bottle actively performs worse, and a $50 polish that got put through a real test with genuinely funny results. First, why the chemist is right. Under the label, nearly every polish on Earth is the same machine: a film-forming resin, solvents that evaporate, plasticizers for flex and pigment. That formula is decades old and thoroughly optimized. There is no secret luxury molecule. And the industry's quiet reality backs this up. Nail polish is largely made by a small number of specialized contract manufacturers, and it's well known in the business that some of the same facilities produce polish for cheap brands and expensive ones alike. Different label, different bottle, frequently a very similar liquid. Meanwhile, the wear test evidence agrees. Remember our budget ranking, where the longest wearing polishes in the comparisons were $9 to $12 drugstore systems. Nail pros consistently say longevity comes from application and nail condition, not price. Thin coats, capped tips, clean nails. Sound familiar? That was Monday's video, and it's worth more than any $20 upgrade. Now the fun part. What happens when someone actually tests the top of the market? A beauty writer took the $50 Louboutin polish. Yes, the shoe brand, the polish that matches the red soles, and ran it against her usual drugstore setup. The bottle is genuinely a beautiful object. A tall, weighted, spike-shaped cap designed to look like a stiletto heel, gorgeous on a vanity, stunning in photos. And that's exactly where the problem started. The decorative cap doesn't come off. On most high-end polishes, the fancy cap pulls off to reveal a normal, grippable one underneath. But not here, so she was painting with a heavy 7-inch spike she couldn't hold properly, flooding her cuticles with a formula she found runnier than expected. Her verdict on a $50 polish: disappointing. And her chip-proof recipe on top of it? A $5 base coat and the $3 Sally Hansen Insta-Dry top coat, the same red bottle from our top coat showdown. The most expensive polish in the drugstore versus luxury debate literally leaned on drugstore products to survive. But this is a receipts channel, so here's the other side. The 3 places where spending more is real. 1. The brush. Experts agree this is the most legitimate hardware difference. Pricier lines often have better engineered brushes, and a good brush genuinely changes application. Fewer streaks, cleaner cuticle lines, fewer mistakes to fix. Notice the irony though. The $50 Louboutin failed precisely here, so price correlates with brush quality, but it doesn't guarantee it. Salon tier brands in the 8 to 12 range, the OPIs and Essies of the world, are usually where brush engineering peaks per dollar. 2. Base and top coats. This is the genuinely useful insight from the experts. If you're going to spend up anywhere, spend it here, not on color. A quality base coat makes cheap color grip better. A quality fast-dry top coat is the difference between a manicure that sets and one that sheet marks overnight. The pros' recommended splurge brands are OPI, Essie, Seche Vite, $10 to $15 products, not $50 ones. The system matters more than the color, and the system is affordable. Number 3, indie brands. Small batch makers genuinely do things mass production cannot do, such as experimental pigments, wild shimmers and flakes, and unusual finishes, because they hand make small runs. If you're paying $12 to $15 for an indie polish with a finish no drugstore matches, you're actually buying different chemistry. That's the one corner of the market where you get what you pay for holds. So, what is the $30 designer bottle? Really? It's jewelry. And honestly, that's allowed. A Chanel or Dior polish is a beautiful object. A $28 way to own a luxury brand, a great gift, a little ritual. Beauty is allowed to be fun. The only thing this video is here to kill is the idea that the liquid inside performs 3 times better. Because the chemists, the pros, and the wear tests all say the same thing. It doesn't. Buy the bottle for joy if it brings you joy. Just don't buy it for performance. The verdict in one shopping strategy: buy your colors at the drugstore. Our budget ranking winners run $5 to $12 and match anything on longevity. Put your real money into the system. A proper base coat and a proper top coat, the $10 to $15 tier. Save indie splurges for finishes that genuinely don't exist cheap. And if a designer bottle calls to you, buy it with clear eyes. You're buying the object, and the object is lovely. One last thread for the season. Everything on this channel keeps circling back to one color that's outlasted every brand, every price tier, and every trend on this list: red. This Friday, the finale. How a car paint formula, a Hollywood accident, and one genius ad campaign made red nails immortal. 100 years of history in one video, and it explains why red sits at slot 5 of our capsule collection. Subscribe! You don't want to miss this one. Everything mentioned today is linked below.